Hello, I'm Abby Licatino. I'm going to go over really quick how to use the VAERS system in searching for different data. And most importantly, we're going to be looking at today the COVID vaccine reports. So it's going to be a really quick video, hopefully under 5 minutes, and I'll show you guys how to do it. Let me share my screen. First of all, what is VAERS? The VAERS system is the Vaccine Adverse Adverse Event Reporting System. It's VAERS, and you're going to go there to look for any reports. So it is a government reporting system. So it's governed by HHS, with Health and Human Services, and it's a government website. So you're going to go to VAERS.hhs.gov, and you're going to go here to VAERS data. I'm going to show you how I use it and in a couple different ways, just to get some summary reports, and then you can get into the more detailed reports. If you have questions, feel free to comment, and I will get back to you with more specifics, but we're going to just do some general overviews here. You have two options when you scroll down here to search for data, and then you can also do download. Now I search and then I'll do screenshots, so I never download the actual data. So I'm just going to click here and I'm going to search the CDC information. So this is the disclaimer at the top here. So before I can click these two or choose one of those, I have to first agree to the disclaimer. So scroll down and agree, and then you can pick one of these two. We're going to use today the VAERS data search. And if you wanted to do a very detailed report on a specific VAERS ID that has been reported, an actual report that has been made, and you have a VAERS ID, you would go to the VAERS report details. But we're going to do the VAERS data search. And this is where there's a whole bunch of different categories that you can organize your search into. We're going to just do some basic ones. But if you scroll down, these are all the different categories that you can search, which is really kind of cool because you can choose a whole bunch of different types of categories to organize the information. We're going to first do a very generic report. We're going to come up here to table number 1. And we're going to go to event category. Now, event category is a great way of organizing the data for what is reported into the system, because when you report, you have certain categories that you would report your injury in. And so we're going to look at those basic categories for organizing the data that we want to get. For section 2, we're not going to choose anything. For section 3, we're going to choose the actual vaccines for COVID. So this is both of the ones that are currently on the market, which are the Moderna and the Pfizer. They will also add the AstraZeneca and the Johnson & Johnson once those are approved for emergency use, and they'll all be categorized here. If you want to separate them out, you can just pick the manufacturer here. But we're going to just do all of them together. And then we're going to do all locations. This is an open system, so anyone can report to it. So you can also do your state or just the United States, but we're going to focus on all locations. That is as far as I'm going to go as far as categorizing, because I want it just to be very basic. And I'll show you some other categories here in a little bit. But right now, we're going to just hit send right here, and it's getting the report right now. This is the report, and they update this every Friday. So today is Monday, the 1st of February. So this is the same information as Monday or from last Friday. But if you can see here, these are the event categories: death, life-threatening, permanent disabilities, birth defects, and so forth. These are the most common categories that they have available for people to report to. And then you have the events listed here. Now, what I do is I usually will change the title of the chart to COVID vaccine event category. And then I put the date, February 1st, 2021. And then it's Fab, February. Okay, and then I just change the table. So the only thing I've changed on this table is the title, which appears right here. And that is not the right title. So let me change that. Hold on one second. You can just go back real quick. 2021. There we go. Okay, so then when I do my screenshot, it has the title in there and everyone knows what they're looking at as far as this goes. And I have a Mac, so my Mac to do a screenshot is I do Command-Shift-4, and then I can drag it across and save it to my desktop, and then I have it as a picture to share. Now, if you want to get specifics and understand exactly what injuries are happening or occurring, you can go and search in a different way. I'm going to just backspace or use the arrow back to where we're doing the reporting. And to do that, instead of event category in this first section, I'm going to go to VAERS ID. So this is categorizing it by the entry. It's not by someone's name. Every person that does a report is given a VAERS ID, and then it's categorized by that. And then I'm going to come here and I want the adverse event description. So this is going to give me the detailed description of each injury that is reported. So we'll show you what that looks like. I'm going to come down here, just make sure that I have the COVID vaccine chosen. And then I'm going to come down and do all locations. And then if I want to get very specific, now there's a lot of reports. So rather than list all of the reports, I want to just find out about the death, or I want to find out about the birth defects and so forth. There's still a lot of deaths, so the chart is going to be pretty blown up, pretty big, but we'll do deaths and focus on those for now. I'm going to come here and hit send. And so right now it's going to just generate this list. And if you look, it's so big that it actually expands my entire screen and further. So doing a screenshot is not going to be possible with this. So it's just a little harder to share, but this is how you search it. And you can see the very general descriptions of what they put in their report when they reported the death. And it shows up here how many reports there's 329. Okay, if you want a report that you can screenshot, you need to have smaller amounts of data. So we can show you that real quick. We're going to just go back and I'll show you with birth defects. So we're going to stay with the VAERS ID and we're going to do the adverse event description, still with the COVID vaccine and all locations. And we're going to come here and we're going to just do birth defects. Now there should be 11 of these, I believe. Yes, and see now it's able to be screenshotted. So I can just scroll and you could label this birth defects. And then I put February 1st, 2021. I always want to see the date of when I do this table because then you can see how it changes. And that comes up here. I spelled it wrong, but I could go back and change that. So these are the descriptions here, and then I'd screenshot those and have those to share. But that's how you quickly search. You can get very specific. You can search lot numbers if you have the lot on your actual vial of the vaccine that was received. And you can also search locations, the states, how many deaths are in your state, how many permanent disabilities and so forth, and get very specific. But that's what all these categories are for. And that's it. If you have questions or need help with searching something very specific, feel free to comment below and let me know. I'd be happy to help you with that. And again, my name is Abby Licatino. I appreciate your time and good luck searching VAERS. Bye.